Hi all, I want to make a quick video about two indicators that really work together, and if you use them, it'll probably help you up your game. Before I begin, I would like to mention that this is an educational channel. All content over here is for the sake of education. Kindly read the disclaimer that you see on the screen and in the description below. With that said, let's proceed. Now, a couple of days back, or a day or two back, basically, I had explained an indicator called Zurich moving average, and I was using that with MACD 3915. MACD with a setting of 3915 is something that I have been using for a very long time, and it really works for me. I don't know what your experience has been. I have tried two MACD settings that work for me. One of them is 22020 and the other one is 3915. Among these two also, I feel that the 3915 works better for me. All right. So we'll further work with the same logic and further enhance on how we can get even more accurate. All right. So the indicators that we'll be using in this is I'm on the Nifty 50 spot chart on the 5-minute time frame. So we'll go ahead and use the first indicator, which is going to be Zurich moving average. Now, Zurich moving average, even in the previous video I mentioned, the only changes I make is this length is by default 7. I make that 21. All right. And apart from that, in the color section, I make the red thickness, line thickness 4, and I make this purple line thickness 4, and green, I let it be at 2. And I think by default it comes with similar colors, but I have just chosen a more a louder version of the same color so that it's more visible on the screen. I wear glasses, so it helps me, see things more clearly this way. All right, and then I've saved this as my default. You can also do the same. You can save this as default what will happen is every time you use this indicator, you don't have to set it up again and again. It'll just come up on your trading view the way it is. All right. Now, instead of MACD 3915, what if I tell you that something is little more accurate than that, on the same lines, but little more accurate and little more easy on the eyes? Let's see that. All right. So this is the indicator that does that. It's called wave trend with signals. I'll just show you the name of the indicator. It's called wave trend with signals by Chuck Banger. I'll leave the name of the indicator along with the author name of these two indicators in the comment section and pin it so that you have no difficulty finding it. All right. Look at the accuracy. Just look at the accuracy. Over here, the green turns into red. An X box starts forming. All right. My observation is once the X box forms, you see this dotted line after the X box. You got to wait for that blue line to come below the dotted line. Here, the blue line has already intersected the yellow line and it's coming down, but wait for it to cross the dotted line. And once it crosses the dotted line over here, you short. It depends on how early you want to get into the trade. All right. Same is the case over here. X is already telling that it's about to turn. If you wait for that blue line to come and go over the dashed line, which is somewhere over here, it just becomes a little more safer trade. But again, a more safer trade generally is a little less profitable. The more risk, the more the gain. All right. So if you are going to totally rely on the indicator, there's no harm in exactly going in when the X is forming. You are actually taking a entry very early on. But if you want to take a more safer entry, then wait for it to cross the dashed line. I hope the dashed lines are visible. I don't make any changes to the settings for the wave trend with the signals. However, to illustrate which line I'm talking about, I'll just go down and mark those lines. This is the dashed line. I'll just change the color so that it's more visible for you. There is the dashed line. All right. And the upper dashed line is this. I'll make that red so that it's a little more visible to you. There you go. So you have two white lines. In fact, this line, I'll make it more white so that it's visible to you. and I'll make this also more white so that it's visible to you. Now you see. All right. Let me just try and change this blue also to maybe a more lighter shade so that it's more visible to you, and maybe this to a more darker shade so that it's more visible to you. And where is the X? Green X, I'll make it more vibrant so that it's a little more visible. I'll make this also more vibrant. All right, so now you can see what I'm talking about. Whether you want to see that histogram around in between, that will be left to you. If you don't want to see it, it looks like this. I would rather keep it, and it doesn't bother me as such. But you can darken or change the colors of the lines and all of that so that things are more visible. For now, okay, I'll just leave it with the changes that I've made so that it's easier for me to demonstrate this to you, because it gets a little more visible. All right, but just look at it. It's as simple as that. In fact, let me just make this save this as default so that every time I use this indicator, it comes up this way. So there, every time I use it, it'll come up this way. What a beauty. Even if you look at it a day earlier, the X at the bottom is forming over here. The green is turning into red, boom, and you grab this entire section. Look at over here. It's already telling you it's a bearish signal. It's not even giving you an X. It's straight away telling you it's a bearish signal. Short. How cool is that? And as simple as that. It's as simple as that. All right. Now, no indicator is 100% accurate. Remember, there will be days where things will go sideways and the indicators get confused. No indicator works when the market is sideways. All right. They will all start giving false signals. At least I have not come across an indicator that works all the time. However, there are some indicators when the market is trending give you pretty accurate signals. All right. So if I change this from Nifty 50 to mid cap Nifty, things look like this. Again, they're not going to the edges, or the X's are not coming, but the intersections are still very visible over here. You see, this is not the trend is not as aggressive as it was in Nifty yesterday, but you can clearly see the intersections. Bank Nifty, again, an X is forming over here at the bottom, and you see, I told you don't get into it too early. Wait for it to cross this dashed line. Here is where I would have get into it. It's a little safer that way. All right. And then finance. Again, you see an X is forming over here. I wait for it to cross this line, and the moment it crosses the line, I take the trade. All right. And stuff like that. Now, this indicator is not available on Zerodha and on Fairs. And this indicator is not available on Dhan also with the same name. On Dhan, it is called wave trend with crosses, I think. All right, let me just go and show it to you. Yes. So you see, I've got the same 5-minute time frame. I'm on the Nifty July futures on the left, July call and July put on the right. I've got the same thing at the bottom. I'm using the Zurich moving average with 21. And at the bottom, I was searching for this indicator on Dhan, and it comes up with the name of wave trend with crosses. It's exactly similar to the one you see on TradingView. Only in TradingView, it's called wave trend with signals. In Dhan, it's called wave trend with crosses. All right. Now at the bottom, if you see, it's doing pretty much the same thing. What I will do is these dots that you see, I will make these dots a little more prominent so that it's a little more visible to us. Look at it. Look at the left hand side of the screen when I have the futures. There you go. The dots have become bigger. There you go. The dots have become bigger. All right. You can again change the colors of the line and all of that to make it a little more prominent. Let me see if I can do that. Where is the main plot here? I think this is the main plot. Or in fact, let me just go and hold on. These are the top two. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with this. They are okay. I think I'll make this a little more. I can't see my custom colors over here, but if I could, I would have made them a little more fluorescent or a little more bigger. I don't think I want this. Let me go back to the same thickness that was earlier. But again, what I'm trying to illustrate over here is you can make these changes and they're there to help you. I'll save this also as default so that this changes stay for me. There you go, guys. It's called wave trend with crosses in done, and it's called wave trend with signals on trading view. Amazing, amazing. It's as good as MACD 359, if not better. All right, there I'll apply it all across the screen. See over here for the put. What a beautiful! It's turning into from green to red. Wait for this line. In fact, let me make this line dashed over here as well so that it's a little more visible for you, because the second line over here is not dashed. Just give me a moment. I'll make that dashed for you. Okay, this is the line. I'll make this okay, there's no option to make it a dashed line. Can I make it a line with breaks? No, does not help. I can probably make it dots. Yeah, I can make it dots or crosses. Yeah, I can make it crosses, and at the bottom also. Just give me a moment. This I've already done, and yeah, this is the one. I'll make that also crosses. All right, now you should be able to see the difference. Save as default, and now I'll apply this to the entire layout. There you go. So the outermost line is a line. Below that is a dashed line or a cross line or a dotted line, or whatever you want to call it. I would wait for this green line to come and cross the dashed line, and then I would take the trade. That way it's a more safer trade. Over here also you see the dotted line comes. I'm talking about the center one, the call section. The dotted line comes even before the turn on top happens, but I would wait for this section over here so that it crosses the dotted line, and then I would take the trade, because that way it's just a more safer trade. If you enter at the moment the dot is shown, it's a more aggressive trade, but it'll probably make you a little higher profit also. Depends on how aggressive you want to go. All right, paper trade with this, guys. Now paper trading is available on done, sorry, not on done, on trading view as well. Paper trade with these two indicators, and I'm sure you'll have mind-blowing results. All right, this is in a way a little less noisier than MACD 359 also, sorry, MACD 3915 also. Depends whether you want to use with Zurich, whether you want to use MACD 3915, or whether you want to use wave trends with crosses in done and wave trend with signals on trading view. Either ways, they are both beautiful, and use it on the 5-minute time frame. All right, that's another thing that I want to be very specific about. This works best on the 5-minute time frame. You can use it on 3-minute also, but in my experience, the Zurich moving average is best used in the 5-minute time frame with either MACD 3915 or the wave trend with signals or wave trend with crosses. All right, so again, I would just summarize. On done, it's called wave trend with crosses. On trading view, it's called wave trend with signals. I will mention the name of the indicators in the comment section and pin it so that you have no difficulty finding them when you're using them. All right, so thank you again for watching, guys. I hope this video was helpful to you in some form or the other. If it was, then kindly like and subscribe to the channel. Share the video with your family and friends. Please give it a like, because the more you like, the more the video spreads, and the more our channel rating goes up. All right, please like the video. That will be my earnest request. Also, subscribe to our free Telegram channel. The link is given in the description below in all our videos. Thank you again for watching. Have a nice weekend. I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye.